The effects of the COVID-19 pandemic continues to affect Tobago's economy, with mainstay industry tourism one of the hardest hit. Diversification of the economy has been continuously mentioned as one of the main avenues to economic recovery post-pandemic. In the first of our TT Budget Matters series in the run-up to Budget Day on October 4th, we hear suggestions from two experts on ways Tobago could chart the way forward. In the 2020-2021 fiscal year, Tobago was allocated $2.116 billion, or 3.7% of the national budget, a decrease from the 2019-2020 fiscal period, which was 4.1%, and considerably less than the $4.71 billion requested by the Tobago House of Assembly. A large chunk of funding was allocated to health in efforts to strengthen the growing COVID-19 efforts on the island. However, according to certified accountant and technologist David Walker, Tobago should also be positioned towards setting the groundwork post-pandemic.
By and large, the budgets for the THA over the past few years have simply been repeats of the same. There seems to be very little new thinking other than, let us get a Sandals, let us get a Marriott.
In order to foster the island's economic growth, Mr. Walker suggested diligent moves toward fostering the digital transformation industry, which he believes will advance every other sector. He's advocating for the engagement of local technology industry experts, with 75% of a $50 million a year allocation from the budget to be spent on building expertise and developing technologies.
In today's world, if you are not properly digitized, if you don't have access to up-to-date, accurate data, you cannot compete in the world. So I am advocating that we move from the back of the class to the front.
Meanwhile, economist LANCELOT said a firm hand is needed to guide Tobago's economy to a better state. He said the island must also be positioned toward developing the agriculture, tourism, investment and orange economies in the long term. But he warned that this must start immediately due to the unstable political environment of the last 8 months.
Tobago's economy could only improve significantly if there is some policy direction as to increasing the population in Tobago. There must be a conversation, a serious conversation about that. Because without the increase in demand, businesses in Tobago will go nowhere.
Mr. Jack said a definite policy must be formulated to ensure that these industries live up to their fullest potential. Both men noted that Tobago has the potential to positively affect this country's GDP if managed and developed appropriately.